Alright everybody, thank you guys for tuning into this video. Just wanted to make a little live tutorial commentary on what I think is my favorite pinball machine of all time, Medieval Madness. It's such a fantastic game. I absolutely fell in love with this game about a year ago, and it's pretty much the first game that I've ever done a really deep dive on strategy and the rules, and I have so much fun playing this game. I never get tired of it. And I thought I would just make a little video showing some of the strategies that have helped me post some pretty consistently high scores on not only virtual pinball, but the real machine itself that I've been lucky enough to play. So just to talk through a little bit of strategy here, opening up, the first thing I like to do, and what is ultimately the main objective of this game, is destroying castles. And you do that by hitting the little castle gate there, and it will lower the drawbridge, and then once you hit the gate a few times, it'll open up and you can shoot a ball through there and destroy that castle. And as you can see in the middle, there are 6 castles to destroy, the last one being the King of Pain, and they progressively get harder and harder each castle. They take more shots each time. The first one only takes like 2 or 3 shots, so I like to just get it out of the way. The second one's not hard either, and the real reason that I like to just do this first is because once you destroy 2 of the castles, you actually get an extra ball, and it's pretty easy to qualify that extra ball, so I like to just start out by doing that. Go ahead and cushion my game with a little extra ball, and hopefully that will put us in a good position to work our way towards Royal Madness, and ultimately the Wizard Mode Battle for the Kingdom. I would love to be able to show you guys that, as I think they're both really, really fun. So the extra ball's lit. We're going to try to get over there without draining. There's our extra ball. Perfect. We're also going to get Merlin's Magic, which is a nice little addition. Those 3 little stars on the far right, if you light all those, and then hit the scoop while Merlin's Magic is lit, it can give you some nice little additions. It can help you out a little bit. So that one opened the drawbridge for us, which is cool. But actually we're going to switch our attention to something a little different. As you see where the scoop is, below it, there's a few things that we're going to try to qualify to start some nice multi-balls. The first thing that we're going to do is try to light trolls, which is done by hitting the 2 little stand-up targets on either side of the gate there. And the reason I like to do that first before any other multi-balls is because trolls is pretty difficult to do with just 1 ball. I like to light it and then do it under the pretense of a multi-ball. And that seems to make me a little more successful. Yeah, that's an unfortunate drain. We were only 1 away from lighting it, but regardless, we're going to press on here. So what we're going to try to do now is light trolls while stacking some of the other multi-balls behind it, and then we'll start them all at the same time. That way, it gives us a pretty good opportunity to do 2 things. 1, just defeating trolls in general, which can be difficult. And 2, as long as we defeat the first troll mode with the multi-ball going, we start Troll Madness. And that mode keeps going and lets us destroy trolls until we lose the multi-ball. And that is important later on, because you do have to destroy a certain amount of trolls. I think it might be 11 or 12 to get the little objective that is required to start Battle for the Kingdom. So what I'm doing now is I'm just trying to light some of the other multi-balls. As you can see, we just lit Catapult multi-ball. I'm going to try to get Damsel, but it's just kind of sketchy. Perfect, there's Damsel. If we can at this point, I am going to try to hit a stand-up and light trolls, because we do not have trolls lit yet, and it is important that we go ahead and light trolls, because I don't want... Wow, that was incredibly lucky. Incredibly lucky. But trolls was started before the multi-ball, so we can go ahead and knock trolls out, and as you'll see, the trolls pop up. They each require 3 shots, and they will be defeated, and Troll Madness will start. And I like to start, like I said, start Troll Madness with as many balls in the playfield as I can, so I can go ahead and knock them out and get that objective completed by defeating the trolls. And that's the first unfortunate that we've already drained that much, but luckily the ball save is pretty generous, so we're just going to keep firing away at the trolls. Hopefully we can get this completed. And I think that's another reason why stacking the multi-balls is important, because I think you get a ball save for every multi-ball that you start. So wow, that's really tough. Oh, there was a troll. We unfortunately did not get the objective there for defeating enough trolls, because you would notice in the middle there those blue lights on the playfield. If we did defeat the proper amount of trolls, the blue one for that would have popped up. So we are gonna have to ultimately circle back around and fight some more trolls, which is okay. But at this current moment, I think what we should do is focus on lighting Royal Madness to secure an extra ball, and hopefully give ourselves a better opportunity. Really struggling to hit Peasant, which I'm pretty consistent with. I really actually struggle the most with Catapult. So there's Peasant. That's gonna be good. We need one more for Peasant, 2 more for Joust, I believe. Try to get control of this ball here. And I play on visual pinball, so I think it's a little more realistic than some of the other platforms I've played on. So getting control of the ball sometimes can be difficult. So there's one for Joust. Fantastic. Let's see if we can get this here. No. Still no. Still no. See if we can get Joust over there. Nope. Well, like I said, I like pinball. I never claimed I'm good at pinball, so a lot of you are probably watching this just cringing at the amount of shots I'm taking, but regardless, I love this game. I thought it would be fun to make a tutorial, so hopefully you guys are enjoying this. But one more shot, and we're going to have a Royal Madness left. Perfect. So hopefully Royal Madness will help us out here. Gives us a little bonus there. So now we're going to start Royal Madness, and the way I like to do this, you have to complete all the flashing shots as well as the 2 trolls. And I like to use the trolls as a bit of an insurance policy. I start by shooting the outside lanes first. The outside lanes and Catapult, because you're less likely to hit the troll. That was just a little blunder there, but I'd start by shooting those outside ramps first. And if I start struggling and getting to where the timer's starting to get low, I use the troll as a bit of an insurance policy. So, like now, we're starting to get down pretty low, and luckily I was able to pull that shot off and hit the troll there. So that's why I like to say I use those as a bit of an insurance policy rather than just hitting those first. And then now we can start hitting the other ones. Or trying, rather. Really all we need is this Peasant, and I'm struggling. Oh, we may not get it here. That's okay. I think we might time out here, and that's okay. But that is Royal Madness, and if you can complete that last shot unlike me, that'll give you an extra ball, which is really nice. But I want to start the Castle Multi-Ball here just to show you guys there is another way to get an extra ball during Castle Multi-Ball. Hopefully we can get it. But the 2 lanes that are lit are Damsel and Peasant. And if we can hit those, I think 3 times a piece, it will give us an opportunity to hit the Super Jackpot, which I do believe will give us an extra ball. Wow, wow, wow. already down to 2 balls. Try to. Wow. So there we go. I think now we should have the super jackpot lit, and if we can hit that, I do think that gives us an extra ball. Let's see if we can get a little control here. That shot I think is backhandable, but it's pretty difficult. So I think that is going to give us an extra ball there. Perfect. Beautiful. Alright, so now at this point, I like to then start focusing on castles, if we can, while the multi-ball is running. It's just a lot less sketchy. But we're just going to focus on going right up the middle here and draining that ball. Luckily, we did open the castle. That's nice. And we'll defeat that castle. So that should be 4 down, 2 to go, 1 being the King of Pain. And things are looking pretty good. But regardless, kind of where I like to start focusing my attention at this point is to go back around and start trying to do some of these madness multi-balls again. And the reason is we're going to eventually have to do them anyways to complete the little objectives that are required for Battle for the Kingdom. And you have to complete Jousts a certain amount of times. I think it's 3, Damsel twice, Peasants twice, as well as Catapults 2 or 3 times. And once you do that, it will light all the different objectives required to start the Wizard Mode Battle for the Kingdom. And at that point, once I start getting those lit, I'll start worrying about the castles again and utilizing Castle Multi-Ball or the subsequent multi-balls attained by doing these different Madness multi-balls to then defeat some of the castles. I just think that is one of the better ways to do it. We're getting really lucky with these outland saves today. And luckily, now we do not have to worry about Trolls. As you can see, Trolls is lit because we defeated the proper amount of Trolls. It's so nice. You don't have to worry about Trolls anymore. There is a little strategy that I've seen people do where collecting troll bombs is helpful in the wizard mode, but it can definitely be done without it. It's just maybe easier with it. But I am not gonna fool around with those things. I'm just gonna try to get these multi-balls qualified so I can hopefully get through them and show you guys the wizard mode. I think would be really cool. So we've got Damsel Madness lit, like we said. We're gonna try. Oh, what a bummer. We're still on ball 1 technically with our extra ball, so we're doing pretty good here. It always feels like you drain one, they all start draining after that. But we are gonna try to take our time and reset here and focus. So I'm gonna try to start getting some of these ramps, like I said, to qualify. Some of these different multi-balls, which we're going to have to do anyways. It looks like we actually qualified Damsel, as you can see there, and just qualified the objective for Joust. As you can see, the blue little indicator in the middle has now lit. So we still need Peasant and Catapult. I'm going to try to get this ball to the other side. There's Peasant. We need 1 more for Peasant. And we need a couple for Catapults as well. There's Peasant. Gonna try to do a little flip there. Really just trying to get this other ball over there so we can hopefully get the Catapult. Like I said, I really struggle with Catapult. I'm actually looking now, and it looks like we still need Peasants. I know we have the multi-ball qualified, But I think we do need to complete peasants again. So I think it might be 3 times for peasants. Regardless, we're going to use this opportunity during this multi-ball to destroy some of these castles. There's the drawbridge. Hopefully we can get the King of Pain. I mean, I really would love to get Castle Crusher here, which is done by destroying all the castles, including the King of Pain. And that would be really nice to complete. We're doing pretty good knocking out this castle here. We're getting pretty close to getting the drawbridge. Just hang on to these things. I'd like to really get control of them. I think I'm just kind of spastic at this point, but I'd really like to just get control and start kind of being a little more accurate with our shots at this. That's unfortunate. We were really close to destroying that castle. And now, oh, terrible terrain. That's really unfortunate. That's okay though. I think that was a pretty nice, nice little attack there. So we still lack catapult and peasant. And really, that's my goal right now. I'm not so worried about that troll mode or anything because we can't start another multi-ball anyways. That would have been really unfortunate terrain right there. But I really just want to start the peasant and catapult mode. And that way we can qualify these objectives and get the wizard mode going. So now we've defeated the 5 Kingsmen and we're on to the King of Pain. And it's no different than the other ones. It's just a lot of shots to get the drawbridge down, a lot of shots to get the gate open, and you know, then we can defeat the King of Pain, which is a requirement to start that wizard mode. But I think I want to do that last. I want to try to get some of this other stuff out of the way. There we go, perfect. There's catapult. One more for catapult. That's scary for me when it comes flying off damsel like that. So I feel like those are the moments right there where I tend to hit catapult more consistently, like when I have a little bit of a running start. Trying really hard to get catapult out of the way because it just makes the hair on my skin stand up. I really hate that shot. Just gonna go ahead and click that hurry up real quick. Just like that. But we really just need few more shots on catapult, and I am really struggling. I apologize. Oh, it is not being kind to me today. Sometimes you can backhand that. That's nice. I should probably do that more. Really, all we need now is a couple peasant shots, so I'm going to try to just get that over there and do a couple peasant shots here. That was dangerous. One more. That would have been really nice just to get that out of the way. Wow, that was almost a drain. It's almost a nice little backhand. And that is going to, I think, be it. Alright, so we're just going to reset here. We're getting pretty close, so as you can see, we have lit all of the different objectives for the different ramps. So we've got the Joust, Catapult, Damsel, and Peasant modes lit. We've also got the Master of Trolls lit that we completed earlier, and all we lack is Castle Crusher, which is completed by defeating the King of Pain. And like I said, I think the best way to do that is to do it through a multi-ball. I think we have two options here. We either try to do the castle multi-ball, which at this point, since we've already done it once, is going to take 6 shots. And that's unfortunate. That's a lot of shots. I think our safest bet might just be to hit the scoop. And although I hate to do it, complete Trolls. And if we can complete Trolls, it will start Troll Madness multi-ball. We might actually get, I think you might actually get an extra ball for doing this little video mode as well. I haven't done this in a while. Just gotta watch closely because I do think you can get an extra ball for this. That's okay. I haven't played that video mode in a while, that's funny. So we are gonna try really hard not to drain here. Because if we can defeat Trolls, that is going to start Troll Madness, and I think that is our best opportunity at starting a multi-ball here. That ball. More hit on the troll. Oh no, I don't know if we timed out or what happened there. Maybe we timed out. So let's try again. So again, we need 3 shots on each troll. That was almost a drain. Smoke can be terrifying. See, that was a combo there. That gave us a troll bomb. So if you hit a troll and then the ball continues onto another target, you can get a troll combo, which gives you a troll bomb, which is extremely useful later on. All right, so now we have Royal Madness lit. I thought that it was going to light Troll Madness, but that's okay. Let's try to complete Royal Madness here and get an extra ball just to give us a little extra cushion for defeating the King of Pain here. So we, like I said, are going to go for the outlane shots first and use the trolls as a bit of an insurance policy for when I inevitably cannot hit Catapult. Nice. Alright, let's see if I can get Damsel here. There's a... Oh, wow, that was really close, but no cigar. That was close, too, for... Woo! Might just cash in on our little troll insurance policy. Let's see if we can't, Wow, that was lucky. Really struggling with Damsel today. I feel like I'm either way too early or way too late. That's okay. Let's see if we can get a little last minute shut off here. Lucky. Woo, really battling through this here. One more shot. Let's take our time. And, you know, if you struggle like me with these shots, you actually can use that super jackpot to give yourself a free light there, I think. I know it says you have to hit those shots, but the super jackpot is lit during that, and I'm pretty sure if you hit the super jackpot, it will take away some of those lanes that you have to hit. So if you're struggling like me, but you can consistently hit that super jackpot, like the castle multi-ball lane, maybe you just go for that instead. But it looks like we now have the castle open. It's just shut because I'm holding the ball here. But the moment I go to shoot this, I think that will open. And when we hit that, it will start. We will be able to start Battle for the Kingdom. Watch me drain at this point. That would be unfortunate. Really would love nothing more than to get control of the ball. All right. So that is all of the Kingsmen and the King of Pain himself defeated. 20 million points just for that. That is a ton of points. And now the Battle for the Kingdom is lit. The way the Battle for the Kingdom works is initially it is kind of like Royal Madness. There's going to be a lot of lanes lit and we got to hit them all. But it's going to be during a multi-ball instead of a single ball. So we are going to try to keep all these alive, as many lanes as possible. And the ball save is pretty generous, so I just like to spray and pray early on. I'll just try to keep this. I think the key is keeping as many balls alive as possible. As I drain one right there. Really struggling. We have not even completed like 2 of the lanes. So it looks like, I'm just kind of glancing up, it looks like we just need Damsel. I'll do my best to slow down here and get Damsel. Oh! How did that not go? And the reason I'm trying to save as many balls as possible is because when you start the next mode, which we just did, thankfully, our only goal is to bash the door to the castle. And if you only have one ball, I think it starts a 10-second timer, which is really scary. And I'm going to go ahead and use one of those troll bombs that I got to get that troll out of the way. And that will hopefully make it a little bit easier to bash this castle, open the gate, and hopefully defeat this wizard. The troll, ooh, unfortunate. So you're going to see the timer now and see how this goes, but it's kind of nice that we have the right troll up. All right, let's see if we can beat this here. Perfect. And unfortunately, that all happened really fast. But that was the Battle for the Kingdom mode. 50 million points for that. That is incredible. right, fantastic. That is the Battle for the Kingdom mode on Medieval Madness, and as you can see, just kind of playing through in that way can score you some pretty high scores. That's 259 million there. That's a great score. Most scores I think I see on average are between like 20 and 40 and 50 million, so that's fantastic. But what I was trying to say while that all was going on is kind of the strategy is to keep all those balls alive during the first portion, because when the second portion starts and your only objective is to hit the castle wall, um, if you only have one ball, you get put on a 10-second timer like I was at the end. If you have two going, or two even on the playfield, and you can get control of them, you don't have a timer, and that is such a big advantage, and I think that's probably the best way to do it. And the other thing is if you get lucky enough to get a troll bomb while you're playing, getting one of those little combos during a troll mode, using that troll bomb luckily takes down one of the trolls for you because they are invincible during the Battle for the Kingdom mode at the end. They are just in your way. But if you use a troll bomb, that left one goes down, and I think gives you a pretty nice angle to attack that gate with your left flipper. And as you saw, if you do that, it usually rolls pretty nicely off that troll right back to your left flipper, and you can get control of the ball. And I think that's a great way to handle that mode. But even if you don't have a troll bomb, getting it on that left flipper and shooting in between is still a great way, to attack that mode. But again, I just wanted to make a quick video. I'm glad we got to see some of the different modes. I apologize for the terrible pinball playing, but I'm glad we got to see Royal Madness and ultimately Battle for the Kingdom. And I just really love this game. I think it's really fun, and I hope you guys enjoy it too. And I hope this video helps you find some strategy that works for you so you can post some big scores out there. Take care.